In the heart of the Caribbean, there's an island where Europe, Africa, and the Caribbean intertwine. It's often called the Little Amsterdam, a gem with eternal warm weather where multiculturalism is the language, its people, its cuisine, captivating blue beaches, and a culture that grabs you from the first moment. My name is Alex Leiter. I'm a travel content creator, and if the algorithm brought you here, I invite you to hit that subscribe button so you can join me on all my adventures. Folks, welcome to Curaçao. Start this tour without visiting a place that I obviously think is the most iconic in Curaçao, which is this floating bridge where we are right now. It's the Queen Emma Bridge that separates two parts of the island, one part called Punda, which is right behind me, and the part of Otrobanda that's right in front of me. We're going to explore both parts now. We're also going to walk across this bridge, which has something special about it. It's super cool to me. This bridge opens and closes when boats are passing through, since it's right in the middle of the port's exit. So when it's about to open, an alarm sounds, which is what makes it cool, because you're walking and suddenly people start running because the alarm is sounding to get off the bridge. Otherwise, you'll be stuck on the bridge until it opens again, or the boat passes, and it really makes the experience cool. So folks, I'm gonna keep exploring a bit and show you what else you can do around here. Curaçao is located in the Caribbean Sea, 65 kilometers off the coast of Venezuela. It belongs to the Kingdom of the Netherlands as an autonomous country. Due to its location and heritage, it becomes a multicultural island with Latin, Caribbean, African, and Dutch mixes, where its inhabitants can speak up to 4 languages: Papiamento, Dutch, Spanish, and English, with Papiamento being the official language. Just a minute's walk away, we arrive at the site of Otrobanda, and we're right here at the Riff Fort. What is the Riff Fort? The Riff Fort is a port built by the Dutch in 1821 that protected the port entrance against possible enemy attacks. Currently, this place has become something completely different. Now it's a place where you'll find bars, restaurants, souvenir shops, a bit of nightlife. At night, it lights up, and this is what I love about this place. It has a vibe, and as you walk, you see the colorful houses and everything. Well, we're going to explore this area a bit, and I'll keep showing you. See what else is on this side of Otrobanda. Well, I'm still here in Otrobanda, and as I'm walking through the streets, I want you to come here, and I'm going to show you this sculpture called Chichi, which is iconic here in this area of Punda. Here you can see the Chichi sculpture made by a local artist named Serena, right in front of the Riff. It's really quite large, but folks, when you come here, you can take a little picture with Chichi. Tell you that I came here to Starbucks to get myself a little coffee because I hadn't had coffee all day. In fact, I haven't eaten anything because today we're also going to try local food. Here in Otrobanda, there's this Starbucks, which is the only Starbucks on the island. You won't find another one anywhere else, so I'm giving you that tip if you like coffee and Starbucks. Here in Otrobanda, you'll find it right at the Renaissance Hotel. I'm still exploring the Riff a bit, and I really love the atmosphere and the vibe there. Sometimes you hear a little music, There are plenty of restaurants, as I mentioned, and what I love most are those colorful houses. So it has that whole atmosphere that envelops you. A tip for those who like casinos. Right here is one of the most popular casinos on the island called the Royal Casino, here at the Renaissance Hotel. And well, for those who are casino lovers, here in Curaçao, you'll also find plenty of casinos everywhere. In fact, there are around 15 from what I researched, so you know you have that option too. So let's go. Folks, as I was saying, the Queen Emma Bridge just opened. But when it opens completely, when a much larger boat comes in, you can usually use a ferry that takes you from this side of the island where we are to the Punda side. So that's also an option. I crossed the bridge and came to the Punda area, which is undoubtedly one of my favorite areas here in Curaçao because I find it the most colorful, the prettiest. In fact, if you search for Curaçao right now on Google, you'll see the place that's here. This postcard that's behind me makes this place, the way it was designed and everything, give the city an incredible contrast. Very beautiful, very colorful. Well, folks, here I'm showing you a bit of the prices you can find here for cocktails in Punda. Here they list them both in the local currency, which is guilders, and in dollars. Cocktails from $12 up to $16, which is the most expensive I see. Another stop I recommend when you come here to Curaçao is to come to this side of Punda and take a little picture here with these big letters that say Curaçao. So there's no doubt that you came to the island. So well, this is a stop I recommend here in Punda. We're here at the Plaza View Market, which is a place to try local food, right in the center of Punda. And well, folks, what I want to say is the following. Here there's a very typical and very popular dish. In fact, I came in here and they recommended nothing more and nothing less than iguana. And in my life, I've never tried iguana. Oh my God, iguana really seems like a very exotic animal, something that I really haven't eaten. And it seems strange to me because it's not a dish I would order. But they convinced me here nearby, and they told me to order it because this video is also about learning a bit about the culture. So let's see what Curaçaoan cuisine is like since every country has its own. They have their own customs, so we shouldn't judge. Well, folks, I'm going to correct myself here with you. I told you it tasted like chicken, had a similar texture, but it has a very different flavor. The more I ate, the more I felt that taste, and I had to stop. I really couldn't eat it. I think I took like 2 bites of that iguana. Well, another thing is that it has a lot of little bones, and well, I don't really know. It's strange, it's strange, it's strange. So well, that cost me $18 in total. That soda with the dish. It didn't seem very economical to me. And really, look, I barely ate anything. So it's up to you when you come here if you want to try the iguana or not. But it's a local dish. Maybe you'll like it, but I really don't. Take risks eating exotic or strange things because I don't really like it. I would recommend when you come here to these streets in the historic center is to get lost in all these streets you see here because they are so colorful, and you'll find everything here. You'll find souvenir shops, regular stores, franchises. The atmosphere is very cool, and I really like it. And you hear little music in the background. So folks, this is also a place I would highly recommend you do this. Just get lost and let yourself be carried away by the Caribbean breeze. Another thing you can find here is quite a discount in this area of Punta if you want to take home a souvenir or a dress for the women because you didn't pack something in your suitcase and you're missing it. Look, here you have dresses with discounts. Let's see if I can find the price on some of these pants. The price isn't listed, but I do see there's quite a discount, up to 50%. You also have bags with the Curaçao logo. Well, to give you an idea of how important the iguana is, here you have two statues, replicas of two immense iguanas, as this is the national animal of the island. To get around the island, you have the option to use public transportation, which works perfectly. But I would recommend that if you have the possibility, rent a car or a scooter, as it would save you time from one place to another. Car prices start from $35 and up. I'm all set. I came here to the beach so you can see a little bit of what's here at Mambo Beach Boulevard. Look, they have some letters here like you can take your picture here with the sun shining on you. This is more than cool when you come here to Mambo Beach. And look folks, the atmosphere is super nice. I love it. One of the things I like about this beach is that there's always a lot of music, a lot of activity, and quite a few people around. I'll confess that it's not one of my favorite beaches in terms of color, because if you come a little further here and see the color of the water, it's not like other beaches here in Curaçao that are much more top-notch. But in general, the atmosphere, I think the atmosphere makes everything and gives it the vibe. I came to try that water to see how it is because obviously, I can't come to Mambo Beach and not try the beach, not get in. I'm already eager to get into the beach. Well, let's see how this is. And it's like heaven, folks. Obviously, we're in the Caribbean. It feels like a very good temperature here. Look at how crystal clear this water is. And even though I tell you this isn't my favorite beach here in Curaçao, with all that, it's not. The best, look how clear it is that you can see your feet. Right after here, we're going to head to the other side over there where Cabana Beach Club is, which is another little beach here that I definitely recommend. So folks, I'm all set, so let's go. Well, I'll show you a little bit of the prices here at Mo Beach, which is the beach club here in Cabana. Here, cocktails start from $12 and up, at least margaritas, mojitos, and here you have some slightly more premium cocktails for $16. And well, here you also have food. You have one that follows the Pokemon for $27. Everything here is always reflected in dollars, which is something I like about Curaçao, because they already put the price in dollars, so you don't have to be converting the currency or anything, which is a plus. Here you also have a variety of sushi, a little bit of everything, folks, right here in front of the beach. Look how comfortable you are here. Well, and right here in this same beach club, you can get cabanas like this, Balinese beds right in front of the sea. Tell me, folks, if this isn't life, being here in the Caribbean in places like this. You really feel the bohemian vibe, and it's very nice here. Well, we just came from Mambo Beach, which is only that separation of rocks you see there that separates Mambo from Cabana, which is this much smaller little beach than Mambo. You have plenty of Balinese beds here, your big umbrellas to be here. Something I like about Mambo and Cabana Beach is that it's much more than just a beach. It's a place designed to spend the whole day. You'll find everything from clothing stores, gyms, hotels, beach clubs, bars, and restaurants with dishes starting from $14 and up, making it an ideal place to relax and enjoy everything it offers. Just about 15 minutes from Mambo, we arrive at another must-see place here in Curaçao, and we're in Thiel. Let me tell you that Thiel has always been one of my favorite areas on the island. Here in Thiel, you'll also be able to find a little bit of everything, folks. And here in Thiel, you'll also find plenty of hotels, plenty of resorts. You'll find bars, restaurants, and there's also a very active nightlife. Well, I'm going to explore a bit so you can see everything you can do here and what you can find here. So folks, let's go. And one of the things you'll find here is places like this one right here. You'll find ice cream shops, coffee shops, souvenir shops, convenience stores. If you forgot something, you can also buy it here. There's a beach here. Just down those stairs, we'll find Thiel Beach. To the little beach to show it to you and to get in as well because folks, I feel like I have to get into the beach every time I come to any beach to show it to you because I feel like if I don't get in, it's like I didn't come to the beach. So I feel like you feel that feeling that I also feel. So I don't know if it's just me, but well, let's get into this little beach right away because the sun is already setting. It's getting late, so come with me over here. Folks, really, how nice this water is. It's truly more than perfect. Look, I can see here how 1 or 2 little fish swim by. I don't know if you can capture it through the camera here, but I can see them even though I have sunglasses on. It's just that the beaches are so crystal clear and so beautiful that they surprise you. Well, this little beach here is very small as such, the part where you can enter directly from the sand. Here, there's usually another way to enter that's on the other side. I'm going to go there now to show it to you too, which is through a platform. It really doesn't have sand as such, and usually people jump in at that spot there. So I'm going there too to show you that option, and we'll continue after I get out of this so nice one. Look, people come here and jump in. There's the girl who's going to jump in right now. How incredible. Here people aren't afraid. They just grab, come, jump in, and that's it. That's the vibe you feel here in Curaçao. Here you also have another option, which is to enter through these stairs. Here, you have this option or the option of the little beach over there directly. So well, both are 10 out of 10. Have the idea that Curaçao is a bit expensive and that the prices are very, very high. Look, here you can find something for all budgets. You can find Airbnb, and I've checked and seen Airbnb starting from $70 and up, which seems very reasonable for 2 people. I mean, 2 people. Split it between 2, it's $35. I personally didn't have to pay for this trip this time here because I have family here, and every time I come, I stay with my family, so it costs me relatively nothing. I stay in hotels that range from $100, $90 I think is the least I've paid, but I do know you can find much lower. Curaçao really isn't as expensive as they say. There are affordable options here for eating, entertainment, activities, hotels, so folks, you set the budget. I wanted to give you a little more context with this tour we did today, and it's that this whole tour, if you're very committed and don't have much time here in Curaçao, like if it's just one day, look, you can perfectly do this tour in one day by getting up really early, leaving around 8 in the morning from your hotel or your Airbnb or wherever you're staying directly to the Punda or Otrobanda area, which would be the center of Danzao. Then you go to Mambo Cabana and finally end up here in Thiel. You could easily do that in one day, but you will be a little rushed, a little hurried. I would recommend you do it in 2 days for a more relaxed experience. I did it this way to show you that it can all be done in one day, but without a doubt, These points I gave you are among the most popular here on the island, so when you plan your trip here to Curaçao, keep it in mind. Now night has fallen here. I got ready and came to a place that I particularly like a lot here in Curaçao called Il Forno, a pizzeria where they make wood-fired pizzas. My pizza has already arrived. As always, I order the pepperoni one, which is my favorite. I'm going to eat this pizza here, and I'll tell you how everything was. So folks, I'll see you in a bit. I couldn't end today's video, folks, without showing you a bit of the nightlife here in Curaçao. Let me tell you, it's not bad at all for a Caribbean island. It really gets very, very good. But here in particular in Curaçao, it's a little different because here, the parties are divided on different days and different places. And I'm at Madero Beach Club where today, Wednesday, the party is on here. So if there's a party at Madero today, there isn't anywhere else on the island except here. This club is located here in the Mambo area where we came this morning to the little beach. So folks, I'm ready. Let's see if we need to pay an entrance fee or something, and let's go inside because it must be fire in there. I just paid my entrance fee. It only cost me about $12, which is what they're charging right now. Look, if you come a little earlier, maybe you don't pay for the first party, but after 12, you do have to pay. In fact, we're going to a place I've never been to since I've been here in Curaçao. In fact, it's new. It's called LE. Normally, the parties here in this Madero Beach Club area are held right on the beach shore. You can hear it's really active over there. There was Latin music. Now I'm ready to go in, so you come with me. Folks, and this is how the party is lived here in Curaçao. Look, I see a mix here. There are many locals and also many Dutch. But what I can tell you is that the party here is good. We're having a great time, so I highly recommend this place. This little place is new. Here the cocktails start from $10 and up, so folks, what better place than this to end your night here in Curaçao? So let's go. That's it for this video today. If you liked this video, this little tour around Curaçao, give me a like and don't forget to hit that little button down there to subscribe so you get all the notifications of those videos that are coming. That are fire. I'm going to keep enjoying the night in Curaçao. Let's go. I can't take it anymore.